Hey guys, welcome back to Slightly Unusual Magic TV. My name's Craig, and it is 9 o'clock. It's the Thursday, which means it's time for magic stuff. We're going to try something a little bit different today. I've been reading the comments, I've been reading what people have been saying, and a lot of people have been asking me to talk about audience management and how you actually manage an audience, especially in a live gigging situation. And I was trying to think of the best way to do that, because I could sit here for half an hour and talk to you about, well, you need to do this and you need to do that and you need to do the other. But I thought the best way to do it would be to take one of my routines, take a video of me when I'm performing at a gig and show it to you, and then show you the same video again, but run a commentary track over the video of me explaining what I'm doing and why I'm doing it and when I'm doing it. Because I think, to be honest, that would absolutely be the best way to actually show how to manage an audience. I've got to be honest with you. I consider myself to be a pretty good magician. I'm fairly knowledgeable. I'm well read. I'm pretty decent at sleight of hand, and I've been around the block a while. Hence the reason I look like this. Hear my wife laughing at the back. But one thing that and there's things I'm good at, and there's things I'm not very good at. And the one thing that I'm really good at is managing an audience, and it comes from the fact that I've been performing for 25 years. I've performed on big stages. I've performed in small events, and especially close up. I'm very, very good at managing an audience, and I know that that's something that a lot of you guys want to learn. So I'm going to try this, and I want you to let me know what you think. So let's have a look, first of all, at one of my videos of me performing. Now, this is me performing at a wedding, and I'm actually performing Card Under Box. Now, this is actually my version of Card Under Box that I published on Parler. My Parler DVD from many, many years ago. And for those of you that have been into magic for a while, you'll know that this is a variation of James Brown's Card Under Box. James Brown is an amazing close-up magician. Love him to bits. He's super wonderful, and this is a variation of his routine. So first of all, let's have a look at a live performance footage of the routine at this wedding. Everything else is rubbish. Hello, how are you? Oh, it is. Right, okay, here we go. Before I do this, I have something to give you, sir. What I need you to do is hold on to my phone. Now, the reason I ask you to hold on to my phone is because, frankly, out of everybody here, you look like the most trustworthy.
He's not. Or technologically incompetent.
All that, yeah. What I want you to do is take it, we'll put it, oh, look, it's not been opened up yet. There you go, we'll put it in there. There we go. New suit? It looks good. Right, here we go.
I'm trusting nothing.
I can tell. Right, okay, here we go. So, before we start, do you want to give the cards a shuffle? Or do you trust me? You don't trust me. Do you want to shuffle them? When you finish shuffling them, by the way, put them back in the original order, because that'll help the trick no end, to be honest. I'm joking, it's a joke. It's not very good. Remember, Piglet, Pooh? It's a joke.
If he shuffles them while you're not looking.
You know what? Do I come to wherever you work and mess with you?
Sorry, I said that.
Hang on, this gentleman wants me to look away while you shuffle the cards. I'm fine with that, because I get paid by the hour. You do what you want, mate. Can we finish? Are we done? What you just did, by the way, is an overhand shuffle. 9 times out of 10 when you do this, this is called an overhand shuffle. Now, magicians, they go a little bit further. They do this. This is called a waterfall shuffle. You've probably seen one of those before.
Well, you
can always tell a really good magician. They do something called a pharaoh shuffle. That's when you butt the cards together at one end, which is nice, because you can hold the cards with one hand and do that.
Oh.
Hardest shuffle of the lot. This one right here, where you cut the deck with one hand, you shuffle the deck with one hand, and you do everything with one hand. That's the reason I had no girlfriend all the way through uni, just so you know. I know, isn't it terrible? Are you a football fan, sir?
No.
No, are you a football fan? What team do you support?
Liverpool.
Sorry?
Liverpool.
I heard you first time, I'm just sorry. Do you want to see the Liverpool shuffle?
Yeah.
The official, I won't give you the cards, you'll nick them, but I'll show you the Liverpool shuffle. Watch, here we go, look at this, look at this, look at this, watch. Doesn't really do anything, to be honest. Could be worse. Look, this is the Villa shuffle going down. Anyway, you're a Villa fan. Your fault. Right, okay, here we go. You're going to grab a card for me if you can. I'm going to spread them out. Take a number card, not a picture card. Any card with a number on, so not a jack, queen, or a king. Okay, anyone? Not that one. I'm struggling. There you go. Grab it out. And then when you've got the card, show the card to all your friends. Apparently I'm not your friend. I thought we were bonding over this magical experience. Not, it seems, that's fine. And then I'm going to give you a pen, and what I want you to do is write your name on the face. Not on the back, on the face. Not on your face, on the face of the card, just to clarify. There you go, big letters. And then underneath, put your bank account number and sort code. That would be, I'm not going to do that, I can tell. There we go. Are we done? I'll take the pen back, because that's how I got it. Thank you. And we're going to, this is where things get interesting. You can put the card back in the deck. Just say stop. Cool, put the card back there. So guys, I'm going to show you the difference between sleight of hand and real magic. Now, have you guys heard of sleight of hand before?
Yeah.
It means the hand is faster than the eye. Gather around, gather around. This is sleight of hand. I'm going to take one card. What's your name, by the way? Lovely name. I'm going to take one card out of the pack, Laura. This card right here, the 2 of diamonds. Was that your card? One down, 51 to go. It's a long trick. It takes a while. It's a long trick, is what I'm saying. Yeah.
We have all afternoon.
Yeah, good. Most magicians do this face down. I'm going to do it face up. Laura, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the card and wave it over the card box. Watch that too. When I wave it in the right spot right there, it actually changes into the 6 complete with your name. No, that's why I got into magic, that reaction right there. That's the bit where you go, ooh. Ooh. Congratulations on the single most sarcastic proof I've ever heard in my life. That's not real magic. Real magic is slightly different. This is real magic. Take half the cards for me, Laura. Very good. And spread them out like a magician. Like a bad magician, but that's okay.
It's functional. Functional.
That's good, that's good.
She's been on to the second.
Yeah, I can tell. You've had at least 3 bottles, right? Look, I'm going to put the 6 about halfway down. This is going to get interesting now. What I'd like you to do is give the cards a shuffle. And then when you finish shuffling them, put them right there on the... Wow.
Clearly not a gamble.
No, there's a technical term for that in magic. It's called crap. There we go. Put them right back there. Put them right back there. There we go. I would love to see what you've done with the whole pack. Right, okay. So there's no way I can cheat now because you shuffled badly, but you shuffled. So watch, this is the move. Watch, no cheating. All I do is this. Now when I do that, what happens is one card flies up in the air invisibly. It does 6 somersaults, I count it. And even though the box has been on the table the whole time, check this out. Laura underneath the box has 1 card. Take it, turn it over, Laura. Show everyone. It's the one with her name on it. No. Come on. Look at the look. Now, I can't tell you how that works, but I can tell you how it doesn't work. This is what most people think I do. Laura, they think I take the sign card, put it down on the table, and then when you guys aren't looking, I put the box on top. Be honest, is that what you thought I did? No. Logically, it's the only thing I could do, but I don't do that. Laura, push it in for me. Watch, this is the move. That's all I do. And I do that, it goes up in the air. 6 up. Well, you get the idea, Laura. It's underneath the box. Take it, turn it over, show everyone. If it's a card, they're going to go crazy. Come on, people! Now, look, do you see the signature? Yeah. That guarantees this is your card, Laura, unless she's got a habit of signing 6 of diamonds. Laura, watch the card. Goes halfway down. Say go, Laura. Go. Did you see it go? Not the card, the whole pack. Look under the box. What?
That is the best one.
Look, one more time, test conditions. Look, there's nothing underneath the box. Laura, put your finger gently on top.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to put the card down in the middle, and it's still going to go underneath the box, even though your finger's on. Yes. I know, it's stuff. Just put it in there. Thanks for the commentary. Now, look.
It's in there.
Right, now look, if you think I've cheated, you can have a tiny peek underneath. I'm a little bit offended by that, Laura. Thanks. Right, here we go. Watch. Here we go. If I told you it was under there now, would that be a good trick?
It would be a damn good trick.
Yeah, that would have been good. I'm not that good. That would have been amazing. But I did go one step further, Laura, because now there's 1 card inside the box. What? 1 card. Shit. I know, right? Take it, turn it over. If that's your card, they're going to go crazy. Turn it over, show them. Yes, come on. Because every trick needs a big finish. Laura, do you want me to do this in 1, 2 or 3 seconds? It's your choice.
Go on now.
1 second, watch this. 1. Laura, did you see it go? No. That's when every single card in the pack vanishes except for the 6, Laura. And the reason is over here in the box, where there was 1 card. You're not going to believe this, right? That is every single card in the pack. Go crazy! But you know what? When you go home and tell people about this, you won't tell people about the card going into the box. You won't tell people about the card going under the box. You'll tell people that right from the very beginning, I had a wallet in my pocket. And inside the wallet, inside the zippered compartment, there's 1 thing and 1 thing only, and that's a card, not just any card, but it would be a card with Laura's name on it. Give Laura a big, huge round of applause. But before we did any of this, do you remember what we did at the very, very beginning of the trick? No. That's what you have at the end of the trick. I gave you a phone. Do you remember that, sir? Take out the phone. Now, what I want you to do is stand up, Laura. And sir, hold your hand out for me. Very good. I'm going to try and get Laura, I'm going to try and get your card into the phone. Not on top of the phone, not underneath the phone for the big finish. Inside the phone. Now, Laura, your card goes about halfway down. Oh, she's standing up as well. Everyone's gathering around now. Push it in for me. Very good. And what I need you to do, if you can, is cover up the phone so I can't get to it. Very good. Here we go. With 2 hands. With 3 hands. No. What is it with you people? Right, here we go. Watch. Did you feel that?
No.
Story of my life.
I felt a tremor.
It was the curry last night. Sorry about that. Lift up your hands. There you go. Not on top, not underneath, inside. Check this out, guys. First of all, this is my family, dog, wife, and baby. You can guess which is which. I'm not helping. Now. It's not that funny. Look, if I unlock the phone, check this out. Look, there is a folded up card underneath the screen of the phone, and it's actually your card, Laura. Now, I know you don't believe me. The only way to prove it is to pull it out. Watch this. 1, 2, 3. Laura, you're going to take that. If that's your card, they're going to go absolutely crazy. Take it, open it, and show everyone. Laura's card, come on! And Laura, you can take this and you can keep it as a souvenir. You can put it up on your bedroom wall next to the One Direction posters. There you go. That's it.
Oh my God.
Yes, but I go by the name of Craig. So that was the routine right there. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a fairly long routine. What I like about Card Under Box is there's multiple phases. So if you've got a big group like I did in that video and you have lots of people watching, right? You got lots of people, you got them that literally surround you from every angle. There's some people up there, there's some people down here, some people at the back, some people at the front. But the thing with Card Under Box is you can do one routine, but it feels like you've done 7 or 8 tricks. And that's the thing that you need to understand. A lot of the time magicians will turn around to me and they'll say, how many tricks do you need to learn in order to be a professional close-up magician? And you know what? You don't need to learn that many, as long as they're multi-phased. You know, an ambitious card is another example. With ambitious card, people don't look at it and go, well, that's one routine. Every time that card comes to the top, they think of that as another trick. Same with card to pocket. Every time the card goes into the pocket, they think of it as another trick. And it's the same with Card Under Box. Every time the card goes into the box, they think of it as another trick. Now, the nice thing about this routine is there's multi-phases and each phase builds. So first of all, you've got the revelation of the selected card. So the card appears with a shapeshifter. Then the card goes under the box. That's the second phase. Then it goes under the box again. That's the third phase. Then I think the whole deck goes under the box. Then the card goes into the box. Then the deck goes into the box. Then you've got a card. Then you've got a card to wallet phase, and you finish off with a card to phone phase. So there's 8 different phases in that routine, and it feels like they've seen so much. So if I just leave that group there, they feel like they've seen a lot of magic. Which is great, which is absolutely wonderful. So what we're going to do, we're going to play the video back again now, but with no volume. And instead, I'm going to do a commentary track over the top while I talk about what I'm doing and where I'm doing it. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so the first thing I want you to notice is as I start performing, a couple of people come behind and join the group. So I immediately reach over and shake their hand because I want to get them part of the performance. It's really important that when new people arrive while you're performing, you make them feel like they're part of the performance. Because as a magician, that's your job at an event like this, to bring groups of people together. Now, you'll also notice I'm giving this guy a phone. And the reason I'm giving him a phone is because it brings him into the performance. I know I'm not going to really use this guy that much. So by giving him a phone, I know that, he feels it part of the show. Now, you'll also notice that it's really important to be observational. You notice there that his top pocket was done up. That tells me it's a new suit. So you just make an offhanded joke. Oh, new suit, looks nice. But it's really important to kind of notice these things. And as you notice them, just bring them into your presentation. You don't want to just stick to a script and keep it really, really rigid.
And the other thing I want you to notice while I'm doing this, I mean, all of this, there's nothing magical happening. I'm just getting them to shuffle the cards, but I'm making it entertaining, and that's really, really important. And you notice this guy behind me, I'm talking to him right now. He makes a line saying, hey, can you turn round? So rather than just going, yes, sir, I'll turn round, I'm making a deal of that. And my goal here is to just keep everybody entertained as much as possible. And it's really, really important to do that all the way through the performance. There should be something happening every couple of seconds. Every couple of seconds in a performance, there should be something happening. It doesn't always have to be magic, but you can see the people are enjoying it and they're entertained by it, and that's really, really important. Now, this whole shuffling thing here, just doing a couple of different shuffles, all I'm doing here is establishing credibility. I want them to know that I'm more than just, you know, like Uncle Bob who does card tricks down the pub. So so what I do is I say, hey, look at this shuffle, look at this shuffle. And as I do the one-handed shuffle, you can see the guy behind me kind of nudge his wife and just go, wow, look at that. So immediately these guys now know that I'm more than just like an average magician in terms of my skill. The other thing I want you to notice, again, you know, we're kind of probably a minute and a half, 2 minutes into the performance, and I haven't actually done any magic at this point. But what I'm doing is I'm getting everybody to enjoy themselves. They're all having a laugh. They're all having, you know, I'm joking with people. I'm using jokes that I know will work. So the football thing, I was in Birmingham, so I knew that by taking a pop at Aston Villa, it'd be something that would get a reaction. And now I turn to the other people that are down here. And the reason I do that is I know I'm going into card to box, and so I need people that are sitting down near a table. So the guy standing up, that's not going to work. Now, the other thing I want you to notice is, you know, I'm using a lot of what magicians would consider cheesy lines, like right on the card, not on the face, not on your face, that sort of stuff. And you'll see a lot of that through my performance. Now, I know a lot of magicians that say, oh, you shouldn't do cheesy lines. What you have to understand is it's new to a lot of laymen. They won't have seen it before. And as long as you deliver them in the right way, they are entertaining. Now, notice here, I'm coming down to one knee in order to control the card, but at the same time, this allows me to come closer to the table. They think that I've come down in order to, you know, give the cards a few cuts, but now I'm down there ready to do the performance. And you notice I bring everybody else in. Notice that the people that are standing up around me, they're watching, and I have to be aware of my angles now as I'm performing. Okay, so we're going to go into the first magical move, which is going to be a shapeshifter. And I really believe, especially in routines where there's multiple phases, you want to do something quick and visual straight off to get people's attention. Look at the blonde girl on the left. Look at the reactions immediately. And the other thing is, what I do is I'll point out the reactions to everyone else. I'll point out, well, look at the look on their face. Backtracking a little bit. Also notice that when I got them to pick a card, I said not a jack, queen, or a king. And I always do that because I want them to pick a number card because the signature is going to show up better. And I have no problem saying, hey, pick a number card. That'd be a lot better. So now, again, I'm giving her the cards in order to get her to spread it out. But again, it could be a boring thing. Can you spread the cards? I'm going to put this card into the pack. But we're making it entertaining. And really, if you're watching this video, the key thing I want you to bring from this is entertaining. Make it entertaining. Now, notice I just loaded the card underneath the box. Literally nobody is looking at this. I could have loaded an elephant into the box because I'm drawing attention to the girl. I'm drawing attention to her shuffling and how bad she's shuffling. But I'm not doing it in a mean way, like, oh my god, you're terrible. I'm doing it in a jokey way. And again, this is all about knowing your character, and it's about knowing what you can get away with. My character is a wise-cracking guy. People are used to me making jokes. That's established right from the very first second I start performing. So now I've took the cards back. The dirty work's done, so I can focus everyone's attention there. Notice I focus everyone's attention there. Look at my other hand. I'm turning the card over on the top of the deck. But again, this is classic misdirection. The move is happening when nobody's looking at it. I could be the worst sleight of hand person in the world, but it wouldn't matter because all the moves are happening when you guys aren't, when the audience isn't looking. So now I'm drawing attention to the card again, and now I've loaded it in the box, underneath the box one more time. And as soon as I do, I ask everyone to focus attention. So it's important where you focus attention to and away, and you can see how people are reacting. Now look, I've just loaded the deck underneath the box right now, and see how I'm flicking that card to everybody. I'm flicking it to the people over there. I'm flicking it over there. The reason I'm doing that is I want people's attention on the card. If they look down at the box at this point. They're going to see the whole deck's under there. Now you see everyone's reaction. Nobody knew that there was a deck underneath that box. I'm literally surrounded and nobody saw a thing. Now here we go, watch. I've just loaded the card into the box, a la James Brown, and I've done it literally on the offbeat. Everybody reacted to the deck going under the box. Everyone was laughing, and that's when I loaded the card. So now the card's loaded, I can now focus attention on what I'm going to do. But again, I'm going to try and make it as amusing as possible. So I'm putting the gags in there. I'm putting the jokes in there. I'm bringing everyone in. Notice that every single group that's watching this has been brought in on the performance, and I'm building up anticipation. If it was under there, would that be good? Yes, it would be good. Oh, I'm not that good. And then they see the card in the box. Now, notice I don't take it out. Look at their reactions. They know that card's there. When she turns it over, the entire deck goes in the box. But nobody sees it. And that's, from an audience management point of view, this is one of the most important things that you can learn, which is you have to do the move when nobody's looking. And then once the move is done, focus everyone's attention back on the thing that you want them to look at. And you can see everyone's reaction. When I take that deck out that box, the guy's over there, the guy's behind me, I'm completely surrounded, but nobody has seen a single thing. And again, there's the palm, goes into the wallet, and when it's in the wallet, I can pull it out. But the palm was done when nobody's looking. So I really think the key thing I want you to get from this video is it's almost like a pendulum. When you want them to look away, when you want to do a move, make sure that they're laughing or reacting or making sure they're not focused on where the move is taking place. And as soon as the move has taken place, you bring people's attention back. Now, did you see the top change there? I just did a top change. And the reason I then did a double lift is I looked and I thought I saw the guy that was holding the phone. I thought I saw him notice that I did a top change. So I went into a double lift just in case. But normally I wouldn't do that. And again, this is an example of adapting things on the fly. So now I get everybody to come in really, really close. So everyone's in really close. I'm managing the situation. Okay. So here we go. Now I'm going to do a Mercury fold. And I say, look, can you put your hands there? I look at their hands. I get everyone else to look at their hands. And that's when the Mercury card fold has taken place. Now they're all covering it up with their hands. I could just ignore that or make a joke about it, which is what I'm doing. And now, again, focusing attention on the cards, not focusing attention away. The Mercury card fold is palmed, the card is palmed, the cards go down, and here's the load. There it is. But again, notice where I'm looking. I'm looking at the phone. I'm not looking at the palmed card. And it's almost like a cups and balls load. So when you're talking about audience management, misdirection is so important. Knowing where your audience is and directing their attention to where you want it to be and then directing attention away from it. That, and also making sure that you're engaging the audience at all times. There should be no dead time. There shouldn't be a moment where nobody's paying attention. You should fill every single second with laughter or comedy, even right down to the end of the routine. I could just give them the card back. But there's that one last gag. Hey, put it up on your bedroom wall next to One Direction posters, and then focusing to these guys because I know they'd enjoyed it. And that's all it is. That's all it is. It's all about knowing where the audience is and making sure that you're performing for them.
So there you go. I hope you can see what it is that I was doing there. The important thing to note is that you have to be aware of your surroundings all of the time. When you're performing in an environment where there's lots of people, you have to be aware of your surroundings. And you also have to be aware of where people are and whether they're coming in and if new people are joining the group. Because the most important thing about being a magician is you have to be the life and soul of the party. You have to be the thing that everybody's coming to see. And when new people are joining the group, I will acknowledge them. I'll say, hey, how you doing? Coming over here, have a look at this. Come over here, have a look at this. And that's how it should be. You know, when you're doing walk around magic, especially something like a corporate event or a wedding, I might start with 2 or 3 people, and you can see that everybody's kind of looking over and go, oh, coming over here. It's almost like building up a crowd on the street. It's almost like a street performer, starting with one person and ending up with a massive crowd. You kind of have to do the same thing as a close-up magician. You start with 1 or 2 people and you build up a crowd and build up a crowd and build up a crowd. And it's also really important that you involve everybody. And one thing that you probably noticed in that video is there wasn't anybody in that video that I wasn't getting involved. It's not, I see a lot of magicians, and what they do is they perform for one person, and everybody else, they're not interacting at all. And the beautiful thing about close-up magic is it can be interactive, but the way to make it really interactive is to get every single person involved, even if it's like a little, hey, how you doing? Hey, come on over here. Just asking them a question, you know, that sort of thing. It's really, really important that you do that. And close-up magic allows you to do that beautifully. So you need to be aware of your surroundings at all times. Not only because of that, but also because of your angles. You need to be aware of your surroundings because of the angles. There's always going to be, especially when you're surrounded, there's going to be, you don't want to flash, is what I'm trying to say. You don't want to do something and somebody at a bad angle sees it and starts calling you out on it. You need to make sure that you have all your angles covered. So when you do a move, you know where it's safe to actually do that move. That's really, really important. And also, don't be afraid to start a routine standing up and then come further down and sit down. You'll notice in that routine, I started off, that was walk around, you know, but I was in an environment where some people are sitting down, some people are standing up, and I started the routine doing walk around, but then at some point I switched and I was like, right, okay, look, let me bring this down to you. Let me show you this. And it's using that environment to your advantage. The other thing that you need to know from audience management, and this is really, really important, you need to be aware of your character. And this is something that unfortunately a lot of magicians, they completely overlook, but you do need to be aware of your character and how your character is portrayed to the people that are watching you. So, you know, if you're a serious mentalist and you're trying to go down the route of almost like a Darren Brown style psychological illusionist type thing, you can't get away with a lot of the stuff that I was doing on that video. A lot of the wisecracks and a lot of the jokes, that won't work really, really well. I know who my character is. For me, you know, I want to be the guy that obviously magic's not real. You know, I know some people and they kind of go down the route of, yes, I am a real wizard, I am a real magician, I can do real magic. For me, I'm kind of one step away from a con man. You know, I'm not saying magic's real. All I'm doing is I'm displaying skill, and I'm displaying it in a way that makes it really, really fun and really, really entertaining to watch. I know, I'm not trying to convince anyone that I have real magic powers. And it allows me, you know, when I do that, to, you know, communicate in a different way with the people I'm watching. Hey, you know, come and make those jokes and make it entertaining. And that's really, really important. I would rather have people walk away from a performance that I've done saying that was really entertaining, that was really magical. But yes, I want it to be magical. Yes, I want my magic to be hard hitting. But let's be honest with ourselves. There's some people that aren't really that into magic. And when you're performing at an event like this, where it's a wedding and there's lots of people, you can guarantee there's going to be some people there that don't like magic. So what you want to do is, or at least in my opinion, you want to be the guy that's kind of like entertaining, because then the people who don't like magic, they're still going to be entertained, if that kind of makes sense. So be aware that those are the take-home points, really. Be aware of your surroundings. Make sure that you know your angles. Be aware of your character and be true to your character. You know, I can't be in a situation where I'm this wisecracking magician, card sleight guy, and blah, 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 so on and so forth, something like that, and then suddenly switch gears and go, right, now I'm going to read your mind. Because it just won't fit. It won't fit with my character. So be aware of your character and be aware that the tricks that you select have to work with the character that you're portraying. So again, you know, this card in the box routine wouldn't work for a mentalist. It just wouldn't, because why would a mentalist be doing, you know, what is obviously sleight of hand? It works for me because it fits with my character. And I can't tell you the amount of tricks that I've seen that have been released in magic shops, and I've absolutely loved them, and I've not been able to put them into my act because they've not been suitable for my character, okay? So yeah, that's it. Now, let me know what you think down in the comments below. And also, this is a new thing that I'm trying on the channel. Let me know if you liked it. Let me know if this is of value for you, because I've got hundreds of videos of me performing in the real world, on stage and close up, and hey, even kids from family shows. So would you like to see something like this again? Would you like me to do a similar sort of thing again, where we take a routine, we then do a commentary track over it, and then we dissect it down? If you would, I'd be more than happy to do so. And if you would you like to see it done with a stage stage routine or more close-up or even a family show, a kids show, let me know what you want to see and I can make it happen, because ultimately this channel, the most important thing about it is that I'm producing the sort of content that you, the people that subscribe to the channel, want to see. So let me know in the comments what you think, and yeah, like I said, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be back tomorrow with a magic rant. Saturday's an honest trailer, Sunday's a Q&A, Monday's marketing for magicians, then I'm back with the kid magician Ryland for a review show next Wednesday. So stick around for all of that, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you again soon. Thanks very much for watching.